So have you been watching the crazy DJ Akademiks and Meek Mill beef spiral out of control on Twitter?
Have I?
So not only has it been going crazy, but DJ Akademiks took it to a whole new level when now he is sending letters to the governor so to make it so that Meek Mill can't do his prison reform stuff anymore. Like, you can't be an activist and a gangster at the same time, according to DJ Akademiks. And also, Akademiks just interviewed his ex-best friend who is now exposing Meek Mill and a lot of the BS that he did during the time that they were together.
What is what everybody want to expose people nowadays?
So if you don't remember what happened, Meek Mill got mad at DJ Akademiks when that last Diddy lawsuit came out, and they basically alluded to Meek Mill having, with Diddy. Meek Mill apparently doesn't know how to work the internet that well and thought that DJ Akademiks was putting that on him when DJ Akademiks wasn't. He was just reporting the story and went at him and sent death threats and, went crazy. And so since then, which has now been like a week and a half, they've been going back and forth. And now things have gotten to a whole new level because also, first of all, Meek Mill came out and sold 6,000 records, which was crazy. At one point, one of the biggest and hottest rappers in the world now can only move 6,000 units. But also, Meek Mill has been on a non-stop downward spiral since Akademiks has decided to make his ass extra famous in the worst way.
Not what I want to be famous for.
So there's some videos that I want to show, but I want to go through the tweets because it's going to give you a good idea of how bad this thing has been going. And DJ Akademiks kind of has Meek Mill in a bad situation because he's just better at this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Having the word game. Meek Mill is
not a fair match.
It's not a fair match. This guy talks for a living. He's made his name off of talking. You trying to talk with him is a bad idea. It's like Akademiks trying to rap with you. And Akademiks has created multiple ways of making Meek Mill look bad and putting him in situations where he can't win.
Yeah, he's not going to.
Like, for instance, you can't be an activist and a gangster thing. He also was able to get like $1.5 million put up for a celebrity boxing match with Meek Mill, and Meek Mill don't want to smoke. Again, makes you look bad. You're the gangster rapper. Everybody want to be the Akademiks. You won't do it for $1 million? Come on, G. But now this is, Meek Mill commenting on the interview that DJ Akademiks did with his ex-best friend. Akademiks going crazy. So this is what Meek Mill said.
All the ex-best friends come back and say stuff.
Right? This is what they doing, being navigated by geeks in the middle of Ramadan while we losing real N-words in the hood. Rip Fat G's, this is who we decided to let on this platform from whole Philly. Dean, okay, look, he can't write that well. But basically, Meek Mill was mad about the interview. Then Akademiks came back. You just tweeted out a death threat to me 16 hours ago. Shut up, clown. Here's the screenshot in case you thought I forgot. Then he tags his reform advocate. Then he tagged, I think, the governor. Here is your reform advocate, Quilly on your head tomorrow. So he's tagging the governor because, Meek Mill got out of jail, with the governor's help, and he's been trying to lead this criminal justice reform, but at the same time dropping rap lyrics talking about you sliding on people. You can't do both. And now we're in a situation in hip hop where the gangster has died now. We all know that 99% of y'all, the ones that really do it, or they will snitch. So even if you really did, half of y'all gonna snitch. And then also the game is just matured to a point where that's no longer attractive. It's childish.
Very.
Hip hop is too old now. You got dudes who grew up on hip hop in their 50s and, it's not cool for you to be Meek Mill damn near touching 40. So it's not cool for you to be acting like you out here sliding and then saying that, hey, I want a prison reform and stuff.
Sir, how are you almost 40 and you talking like you may be 21? The prison reform program should include an education program. They need to get y'all hooked on phonics.
And technically, this was the second death threat. Next time, I'm going to go live, but if something happened to me, we hunting you till death. They on Meek Mill head top on Twitter. This can't be the same Meek Mill that was crying over a Willie.
Not over a Willie.
They labeled us felons, sent us back to jail. I had to fight against that the whole time.
Now you gotta remember he got picked up because he did a Willie. You gotta remember that's what he's crying about.
To gain my respect and be who I am today, and I'm proud of that. And
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't mad at him for crying, but you just saying, bro. At Meek Mill, remember this you. Stand next to your governor and keep shedding them tears. No more tough shit. We sending everything to the governor. I got someone about to meet with them about your behavior, boy.
See?
He playing dirty. How much I want to bet? I get that reform shit. Stop for that hating ass at Meek Mill. Either he stopped being a thug or be a full-time activist. We gonna get a meeting with the governor over him standing next to a guy who is literally threatening violence and acting like a killer online, but crying when he in their presence. We can play that game too.
Boop.
And that's real talk. You cannot talk that tough shit and then turn around and then act like you are doing something for criminal justice reform. It's just not real.
Who finna think that you serious?
And so this is what happened. So he went on his live stream and had his audience, and while he did it as well, write letters to the governor of Pennsylvania asking asking why he's next to a disgusting low-life thug at Meek Mill, while he's threatening to kill civilians, but proclaim he's about prison reform and ending violence.
He calling him on this shit.
He really is. There's been a lot of talk, and along with that is going back to the fact that who else from Philly pops since Meek Mill other than Uzi? So a lot of people feel like not only did Meek Mill not support Philly or support Philly artists, but actively denied them opportunities and tried to stifle their growth. It's multiple artists who've come out and said stuff that are hot right now. And this is his ex-best friend talking about Meek Mill stopping his bags, and it just don't look good. But check this out.
Who was lost?
How?
I can't really say how. I can't really say why.
Was there steps?
Because I could tell you how. It was because of everybody followed the dream. And everybody fell behind. We wasn't getting in positions. We wasn't getting jobs. We wasn't being able to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? And now we don't have any income coming in. Now we got to figure it out on our own. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you say, I want to do this, and you start doing this, you got to stop. Can't do that. Yo, this guy right here, let's put him on the label. Nah. As soon as that guy, yo, what's up? Go, come into my section in the club. At times, it'll be conversations and stuff where as though it's set up for you to win and nothing to go through. And when you go take things into your own hands and do them, they're being stopped.
Give an example.
Like, you can't, I'm doing merch. No, you can't do merch. My sister, my brother my cousin doing merch. You know, nobody doing merch no more. We gonna do it the real way. Nobody never do the merch the real way. There's nothing happening.
But you guys
It was a situation where as though when I was in a relationship with Karen Sybil, and she had it set up where as though she wanted to do love and hip hop. She was having interviews for that. We was doing it. They wanted us. I'll go back and tell him, yo, she was trying to do love and hip hop. No, what you gonna do on there?
Why?
You ain't going on no love and hip hop, man. I was looking at love and hip hop like a different type of.
Did it involve him being on it, or like you know?
But that's what he said.
Did though?
A respect level was lost.
How?
I can't really say how.
And so he's talking about multiple situations where basically Meek Mill was just like, no.
Blocking his bag. Like,
exactly. And so, I mean, if that's true, he's wrong. He's wrong. He's in the wrong. And then,
if that's true, that means the song that always come on in the club and people get lit, that's his like #1 song or whatever. It ain't true then.
With Dreams and Nightmares?
Yeah, because you supposed to be holding it down for your niggas and you not.
So this is Akademiks going at Meek Mill, and this is a perfect encapsulation of his strategy in destroying Meek Mill. So he's gonna put together all his punchlines and put Meek Mill in so many goddamn corners that it just looks nasty. I'm gonna show you a part of it.
The half a brainness, the balling when you get sent to jail for doing a wheelie, the run around. It doesn't seem like the guy that I need to be scared of. But yet he gets on Twitter, puts out 50 threats a day. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling on the people. Today, yes, this is a call to action of so to speaks. I even have a monetary award for it. I might have to get off Twitch for a portion of this, but today we are going to show what being a pseudo tough guy and cosplaying as a gangster when the real money you're getting these days is from all of these funding for reform that you're getting a check for. You can't hold a picket sign over a dead body saying stop the violence and shoot up the block at night. We can't allow that to happen. So Meek Mill, we want to teach you a lesson. I'm going to have a call to action today. I got money involved for y'all too. That governor that he was sitting next to crying like a baby. Meek Mill crying.
Not to cry. Now he gonna Google it live.
The governor called him and he told the governor, I'm responsible for murders. Well, we should probably tell the governor something our damn selves. So tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta, and this is not doxing, who's encouraging violence when he's trying to have initiatives and go on speeches for possible re-election about stopping violence. We got to put an end to that today, okay? Sorry. We have to play how we play, okay? We just got to play how we play. I'm sorry. You can't be a better civilian than me, because that's what I do. I vote, pay taxes, and I tell the governor when he's standing next to a low-life scum like Meek Mill. We're going to do it today. Anyway,
Today. He made sure he let them know. Today.
And so look, it doesn't look good for Meek Mill. It's hard for him to come back from that. Ever since the Drake beef, he's never been the same.
Nah.
And selling 6,000.
That's not even okay. Is that even covering the studio time?
I feel like I could definitely sell 6,000 in my first week.
I can come up with a rap and drop it tomorrow.
And then my thing is, I knew, like, if I was Meek Mill and I knew that DJ Akademiks was like waiting on my album to drop so he could do this, I'm buying them bitches myself. Ain't no way. I'm gonna do. Give me 50K.
I'm buying the numbers.
If I gotta do 50K, I gotta do 50K. I gotta pay that whack. I gotta pay that, baby.
Something, because you're not gonna pull my receipt.
Come on, G. So yeah, the situation between them is getting bad. It's getting worse. I think that eventually DJ Akademiks will get bored because at a certain point it's gonna stop being fun. Now, right now, he's just soaking up the clout because Meek Mill is,
and so is Meek,
not smart. I don't think he's soaking up the clout. I think Meek is losing. I don't think you're soaking up the clout when you're losing.
I feel like it's going back to that thing of all publicity is.
I don't think
not
so.
Bad.
I don't think that's true.
Only because all of these prison reform programs, people gonna be like, oh, well, what are the prison reform programs?
Nah, I feel
maybe
like
that's what's gonna get them some exposure.
Nah, I feel like that, but that's the reason why DJ Akademiks is putting him in the corner because that's
Saying
about to be gone.
You gotta choose.
Yeah, and
you gonna be a thug or you gonna be an actor.
He just dropped a record. He just dropped a freestyle where he was like, "I'm in Turkey and Caicos," came back and got 3 more Dracos. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he talking about sliding in the first couple of bars. Like, it's like, this came out this week. You know what I'm saying? So I feel
you need to come out on some common saving the world type rap type shit. You're gonna be an activist, my guy.
You need to grow lyrically. The thing about Meek, I think he's one of the better rappers. Lyrically, I've always been a big Meek fan, but I feel like the reason why he's not hot right now is because he never grew as an artist. Jay-Z and Akademiks said this as well, but Jay-Z didn't rap the same way for 20 years. Like, you get what I'm saying? His lyrics grew with him. Meek, his lyrics have not grown. He still raps exactly the same way he rapped when he was, a Maybach Music with MMG and Wale and shit. It shit sound the same now.
Yeah.
The problem is that the nigga that's really sliding is like 16. And it's weird for you to be touching 40 and you supposed to be the nigga telling them they can do better.
That they supposed to put the guns down.
Exactly.
If you gonna be mad at somebody, fight it out, but not pick no guns up. Like, you supposed to be leading.
And so it's just hard for us to keep hearing the same old raps over and over, and it's no growth. Like, yeah, you can rap. We know that, but it doesn't mean anything if you're not saying anything. But yeah, I think it's a very interesting. I think Akademiks is gonna get bored with him soon. Because the problem is, all publicity is good publicity unless you're on your way out. And
that's true. That's true.
The publicity that he got from the Drake situation wasn't good publicity. It derailed his whole career. He was Meek Mill. It was J. Cole, Drake, and Meek Mill. After that situation,
you right.
Meek Mill was gone from that conversation.
And then it ended up being
Kendrick,
Drake, Kendrick,
and J. Cole. And then, then after Nicki left him, she got hard.
Oh yeah, and she still be coming for him in a rap.